Hey everybody, it's Glidercat and it's time to play. Today we're going to start a Let's Play series on Voxel Tycoon, and it's the early access version. You can see that in the top right corner of the screen. It says, thanks for joining us in our journey. The game is ongoing work in progress. New features are constantly added while existing ones are changing and evolving. Expect some bugs, but that's why it's early access. Please do share the feedback with us, and then it's got all kinds of links here where you can get more information, access the wiki, all that good stuff. Even the Discord is linked here. And I'm recording this series, or starting the recording, just as Voxel Tycoon is about to make its debut in Steam. Now, the game's been available for years, I believe, on HIO. And I think that's been more of like a alpha version. I'm told the version that is going to be released on Steam is going to have a little bit more than the HIO version. So you can check the Steam page just for confirmation of that, but that's what I believe is the case. So let's dive in. Let's start a new game. Actually, before we do, let me show you the settings. I changed a couple settings just so you know what I did here. Under game, I didn't touch anything here. I'm just going to keep metric units. What else? Oh, the color scheme. So if you've watched my previous videos, you may have heard me mention that I am a little bit colorblind. So there is a colorblind friendly mode, and I'm going to choose that. And when you do set this, it kind of relaunches the game. But yeah, I'm going to play in colorblind friendly mode. That should help me distinguish some things a little better. So that'll be good for that should be good for this series and you may not notice the difference actually too much, but if you play and you see the different colors, that's why. All right, day night cycle. Everything else here I'm leaving under video. I don't think I touched anything here. Just going with all the defaults. We'll come in here if we have problems. Audio, I've turned the music down to 20%. And what else? Controls, we'll probably come visit these. There's a bunch of controls and shortcuts. There's some cool stuff you can do with the camera. We'll probably come in here later when I stumble on trying to find the right keystrokes. But let's jump in and set up a new game. And there's some settings here. For the company name, I'm going to change this just to, I guess, Glidercat. Glidercat Preview was the name of the company I used just for testing out the game, and I've got about maybe 2.5 hours in the game so far that I've played, so I'm going to be learning it as I go. Company color, I'll stick with that color. Currency, fine. City names, American. Tutorial on. Yeah, let's do that. And then the world seed, we'll just leave it with what they gave me. You can go in here and edit that, and every time you create a new game, it'll generate a new one for you. So we'll leave that the way it is. All the difficulty settings, let's just leave them the way it is. Okay. Region size, I'm going to change to very big. Now, I think what this has to do with is how far spread out the cities are. Now, that may hurt us a little bit in the beginning because we're going to be building roads and we probably need more roads when it's very big like this. But I think it's going to help us lay out our factories that we're eventually going to be building and make it a little bit easier to create train networks. Now, I may regret this decision. We'll just give it a try. I have not tried this yet. Mountains, lakes, and plants, we will leave the same. And then I don't have any mods. So that's it. Let's launch it and get it going. And we'll walk through the initial tutorial. I've been through this once. It's pretty straightforward. It's very short. And it looks like it's set up for them to add more tutorial content. But what's there is pretty basic. We'll walk through it. There's a pro tip here just saying that conveyors are used to transport goods over short distances. We have to unlock conveyors, so it'll be a little bit of time before we get to that. There is a tech tree in this game. We'll take a look at that as well. Just waiting for the game to load. I do have a first look video for Voxel Tycoon that should be up on the channel by the time this video airs. So if you haven't checked that out and you want a quick overview of the game, what it's all about, I recommend you check out that first look video. Again, just waiting for the game to generate the map. Here we go. All right. Welcome to Havre region, or Harver region, I'm not sure how you pronounce that. This is a good place to do business. Look around for resource deposits to start mining from, buy vehicles, and supply city demands. When you're ready, make more complex products, research new technologies, and expand Glidercat to other territories. Good luck. I guess I could have made it Glidercat Industries or something. All right, and it's just showing some details about our region. We've got coal, iron, and wood available in our region. And then our cities, looks like we've got 4 cities available to us now. I think these numbers are the population. And then here where it says tourist, this is showing that this city is a tourist city. And so it's going to grow fastest if you move people back and forth. So you provide like people transportation, buses and things. And then industrial, I think, means that you can grow these cities faster if you're providing materials. And we'll see that in a little bit, like what, how we see what materials a city needs. In fact, if we look right at the center of the screen, I believe this is the icon for, it's either iron or stone or coal. We'll find out. I think it might be coal, actually. And so it's showing this town wants coal. Anyway, the last one is mixed here, and that just means the city will grow equally whether you're moving people or you're moving product. So we'll just click got it. And then the tutorial kind of pops up. I'm going to move the screen here, move the map a little bit. So it looks like these cities are really close together. I was thinking they would be farther apart when we chose the very big map, but we have we've got 3 here real close. So that might just have to do with the map seed. All right, let's look at the tutorial. Welcome to Voxel Tycoon. This tutorial will guide you through the basics real quick. You can stop the tutorial and get back to it at any time by clicking the tutorial button above. That's this guy up here. Let's go ahead and hit continue. Try to complete the following actions to get comfortable with the camera. All right, this is all pretty straightforward. Actually, it's every possible way that you're familiar with interacting with the camera exists in this game. You can move the mouse to the edge and go up and down. You can use WASD. You can probably even do the you can do the arrow keys. So anything that you've experienced as far as navigating the camera, it's already been implemented in Voxel Tycoon. All right, next step, build a mine. You need to mine some resources so that you can sell them to customers and cities. Select industry mining facilities in the toolbar to see the available mines. Select coal mine in the open window to start building, and then build the mine on the coal deposit, and then press R to rotate the buildings. That's all very standard. So here's our coal deposit right here. There's other minerals and products. We have wood, and then the other one that's immediately available to us that we saw kind of on that starting screen is iron. So there should be an iron deposit around here somewhere. Let's just see if we can find it real quick. There it is, iron. But they want us to start with coal, so I'll move the map over to the coal. It says go to the industry building menu on the hotbar. So that's down here in the middle of the screen at the bottom. I'll click industry. We've got a few choices here. Labs, factories, warehouses, and mining facilities. That's the one we want right now. And then you'll see it defaults to the iron mine, it looks like is already selected, but we want coal mine. So I'm going to select that one. It's going to cost us $44,000. And if we look at the lower left-hand side of the screen, we've got $750,000 right now. And just FYI, that's a loan. So we owe that money back to the bank. But we'll see that in a little bit. So let's go ahead and plop a coal mine down. We can do it right over here. And the game's got some unique mechanics that we'll learn here. So let me rotate this. That looks fine. I don't think it really matters what direction. Okay, let's go to the next step. Okay, now you need to build a station near the mine where trucks can be loaded with coal to deliver it to a customer. A heating plant. Select the roads, stations in the toolbar. Select the freight station, and then build a station in range of the mine. And you can tell because there's a kind of range of effect. So let's do that. I'll go to, on the hotbar, I'll go to roads. And then I've got an option to just do roads, stations, or garages. We'll get to garages probably next. Let's do stations. That's what they want us to do. And then you can see there's an area of effect here. Kind of this looks blue to me, kind of circle. And we just want to make sure that this guy is within range of that coal mine. So we'll put it fairly close. How about like that? And now let's go and advance the tutorial. Build a station near the customer. Okay, in the same way you will need to build a station near a customer in a city where you will sell the mined coal. You can build a station over existing roads if there is enough space. Select the road stations, select freight station. So same thing we just did, but we need to put a freight station in within range of this building here. Like this guy right here has a demand for coal, and right now we're doing an awful job of fulfilling that demand. So we're working on that right this instant. Let's pick a station off of the toolbar menu here. Same thing we just did. Freight station is the default. And now we want to place this. Now there's a little trick here. Let me show you. I'm gonna first extend this road. And I can see it's on some high ground. So let's see if we can get this down. We're spending a little money to do this. Hopefully I can make it. I can explain why we have to do this in a second. We don't have to do it. But I'm going to fiddle with the road a little bit just because of the way traffic moves in this game. Let me take this little section out. The road tool. This road. See if I can't get these two connected. That's good enough. Good enough for our purposes. And then let's go ahead and see if we can place that freight station. Again, I'll pick roads, stations. I've got the freight station here. And now I want to get this guy somewhere on a road if I can. Let's do it. I think we can do it right here. Let's see. And we're in range of that. Now I gotta join these roads up. So this one's high. It's not gonna let me come down. All right, we're getting off to a little bit of a rough start here. Bear with me. Let's see. Can I put the freight station? Down here. This may be a little easier. Yeah, okay, so we're in range of that building. It's still highlighted. It's just a little challenging because we have this hilly terrain. But let's go ahead and place this down. This is within range of that building that is demanding coal. So we'll be all right there. Let's move the tutorial forward. It says connect the station with the road. We're already all connected up, but we need to connect both stations. So we want to connect the one we just placed, this Haver South, with this Haver North. So we're going to go grab the road tool, just lay roads. This does cost money. So we are using some cash to do this. And that might do it right there. So now, and I'm going to pause the game actually. There's no use chewing through time. We've got our Haver North station. This is within range of the coal mine. If I select the station and I go to logistics, we can see that these two buildings are connected. I just click the logistics tab here and stats will show the statistics. See, we've actually incurred some running costs already because I had the clock going probably. And you can build with the game paused. So we'll be doing plenty of that, I imagine. And now we're hooked up with this station, and this one, if we click on the logistics tab, it shows us is connected up with this building here that is demanding coal. All right, next item in the tutorial. Okay, build a garage. Now you will need to build a garage to buy some trucks. A garage can be attached to existing road, or you can connect it manually later if you want. So same kind of mechanic here. We'll go to the roads, and then the third item is garages. There's only one to choose from, at least in the beginning. I'm going to put this one kind of outside of town a little bit. May not matter. Let me rotate the map a little so we can see, and I kind of want it right here. All right, so we spent some money on that. Let's move the tutorial forward. Buy your first truck. All right, it's time to start building your fleet. Click on the garage, click buy, select a truck which can carry coal. You'll see that on the top of cards. And then click the green buy button at the bottom to confirm the purchase. All right, into the garage. We click buy. If we had vehicles in the garage already, it would show them. We don't, so we'll click buy. And now we're looking for a vehicle that can haul coal. We've got, and you can kind of see what it hauls up here in the top left of these cards, like it mentioned. So this is a passenger vehicle. This vehicle, this AAA truck, it hauls wood. This looks like another passenger vehicle. It moves a little slower, but it takes more people. This one moves a little bit faster, but it takes less people. And then we've got this vehicle here, AA truck, which looks like it takes iron or coal ore. That's the one we want. We'll click it. We'll click buy. And then we'll move the tutorial forward. I think it's going to tell us what to do. Let's set up a schedule. Now let's give your new truck its orders. Click on the truck in the garage window to open the vehicle window. Click on the green add stop button. And then pick a station and what you want them to do. It says select load task, load the load task in this case. And then we'll add a second stop, do the unload operation, and then click OK to confirm the route. So let's walk through that real quick. We click on the vehicle itself. We're in the schedule tab. By default, we'll go ahead and click add stop. And then we want to first pick up coal. So we're going to say, go to Haver North station here. So one next to the coal mine. Boom, I just click it. And then up pops this little menu saying, well, what do you want to do at this station? We want to load coal. So I just click load. Then down here at the bottom, I click add stop. And we're going over to this Haver South station. So I can click that. Boom, that's where we want to drop off the coal. So I'll click unload. And then it said, okay, to confirm the route. I'm actually going to do this extra step, this save as. And it will give us a kind of a default name. This one actually looks pretty good. So I'm just going to take it. And that's just naming the route itself so that as we put new trucks on this route, we can just pick the route rather than having to do that little operation that we just did. And we'll see that in a little bit. So here's some information about the truck. Right now it's sitting still. It's not doing anything. And then here's the income and how much cargo's been delivered and the running costs and the distance traveled. We can look at that later. And then if I want the car to leave the depot, there's a couple ways to do it. I can click this little button up here and that'll turn the car on. Or I can click the release all button here and that'll let any cars that are in here that have a route assigned in the garage will go. Right now we've only got one. I'm going to do it this way first. So we'll just click release from depot. Okay. And now we've got the game paused, so there's nothing happening. Let's go to the last tab on the tutorial. It's really short. Now it says, congratulations. Now that you have your first customer supply set up, you can focus on other demands in your region. Satisfy city demands to make its economy grow, which will lead to an increased purchasing power and new customers opening up there. Research new technologies, build factories to produce more complex products, and purchase access to new territories to grow the Glidercat empire. Good luck. So we'll just click complete tutorial. And it's just letting us know we can get back in, I believe. There's no other tutorials to choose here. So we'll just close that out. Now let's click play. Click the pause button here in the bottom right. And we got to go to our truck depot. That's where the truck's coming from. So I just left the depot or our garage. It's filling up with coal. It's going to do a little U-turn here, I guess. And off it goes back into town. It'll make its way over to this station. Drop off the coal, and the coal will automatically be transferred to this factory, which is in range of the station. while that little truck is making his slow journey, let's look at a couple other aspects of the GUI here in this first episode. If we take it from the top, I haven't even looked at this. Let's see. We click on this visibility thing and we can toggle different displays. So if we look here at the vehicle display, now if I click the little white marker here next to vehicles, you'll see it shows what their vehicle is carrying and how much, 5 out of 5. So the truck can carry 5 units of coal. It's got 5 units of coal. And so these buttons will toggle different displays. There's a whole bunch of them. We may explore all that in a little bit. Free camera. I'm not sure what this is. So it's some kind of camera mode here. I'm just clicking the WASD. So I guess it's a way to get in really close if you wanna see things. It's a little it's a little jarring for the video, so let me pop that mode off for now. We can play with that some other time. All right, this icon at the top of the screen is notifications. So right now we got a new notification. It says we have a deal. The heating plant has received the first supply of coal. And that's just letting us know we delivered our first batch of coal to this factory that needs it. And we'll get other notifications. We'll see plenty of those. Some are warnings and some are, kind of congratulatory messages, and others are notifications that there's new products and things that we can ship. All right, we saw the tutorials menu here in the top right. Settings, that's pretty much what you'd expect. You can save the game. We can go back to the menu, all that kind of stuff. Nothing too special. If we go to the bottom left, we see there's a blinking icon there. Let's click that. It says headquarters. It says build your headquarters near a settlement of your choice to make selling to local customers more profitable. Prices will be increased only for customers from that settlement. You can build only one headquarters that can't be moved later. Okay, visit this window to get a glance at your company performance and upgrade headquarters to advance profits from sales even more. All right. So that's going to allow us to build a headquarters building. And it sounds like it's going to amp up the profits from that particular town. Now, I don't know which one makes the most sense. As I look at these 3 towns that we have available to us right now, this Haver, Amana, Colonies, and Summersville, this one right now is demanding 2 products. This one's demanding 2 products. And this one's demanding 1 product. This one says its status is a village. I think that's the smallest size. Let's see if these are towns yet. Nope, that's a village as well. And that's a village. And is that it? Do we only have those 3 towns? I should have paid more attention in the beginning. No, it looks like this is within reach. Yeah, that's Newport Beach. It's also a village. It's only looking for 1 product. So I'm guessing it makes sense to set our headquarters somewhere where they want 2 products, not just 1. Because it is going to increase our profits. So let's do it. Let's see if we can set it down here in Amana Colonies. I'm not sure if it matters where you put it. I'm learning this game as we go. So I'm just going to plunk it down here. It looks like it'll take it. It's going to cost us only $100. Is that right? Well, let's plunk it down. Yeah, $100. Not bad. I don't know that it needs a road connection, but it looks like it kind of has one if it needs it. All right, let me get off the roads menu and let's see what it says. So now this Glidercat headquarters dialogue has popped up. It says we're in Amana Colonies is where our headquarters are, and our company's worth nothing. We have $554,000 on hand, but we owe $750,000. We have 5 buildings. That's probably the mine and the 2, the mine that we did, the coal mine, the 2 transport stations, the garage, and the headquarters. That probably makes up those 5 buildings. And then this says the local prices are currently at 110% what they would be if we didn't have our headquarters there. And then once we've got $3.2 million in the bank, we can upgrade the headquarters, and maybe that gets us to level 2 and better prices for our products. So we'll see that as we go on. Then right next to the headquarters button in the bottom left, that's our budget. If we click on that, we can see for the current month that we're in and the previous month, how much we spent on construction, maintenance, new vehicles, vehicle maintenance, how much product that we delivered and made money off of, and then how much money we made off of delivering people, transporting them with buses. Shows how much we spent on research, how much we spent on interest for our loan. And our current loan, again, right now is $750,000. And I believe the interest every month is 1%. So when we get done, if we look at the lower right side of the screen, it's January 31st in our first year in game. Now, when that ticks through one more day, boom, boy, that's perfect timing. Now it's going to show what the expenses were for last month. We actually did deliver some coal, so we made $3,450. We bought the vehicle. We bought, the mine and all that stuff, the transport stations and the garage. That cost us some money in construction. But here it is, $7,500 just in interest because of our loan. So overall, we spent $202,298 more than we earned. So we're in the red for last month, and we're already starting this month in the red. So that's that. This button here, right next to the money button, or the budget, is going to show our fleet. Right now we have one little truck, but as we get more, it'll show them all there. And then there's a tab here, I believe, for trains. I haven't done trains yet in my little playthrough, so we'll get to that. Here's all the build menu. We've got the roads thing we saw, which is roads, stations, and garages. I'm not sure if these expand as we play on or not. Here's industry, mining. We did that. Warehouse, we'll get to that. Factories, we'll get to that. Right now, if we click on this, there's literally nothing we can buy. We need to unlock these. And then labs. And labs is how we are going to unlock things. But we need to spend $95,000 or $95,500, as you can see, to build a laboratory. We'll get to that. Roads, we saw rails. Kind of same thing as the road menu, but just for trains, right? We got rails instead of roads. We have stations for trains, depots, which is like the garage. And then we've also, I believe, like the garage. And then we've also got rail signals. We'll get into that later too. Conveyors, we can't do anything with these yet. We need to unlock it. Looks like there's lay conveyors, flip conveyors, clear conveyors, and conveyor devices. So we'll discover all that later, I guess. And then terraforming, we can, if we want, spend some money to raise or lower these tiles. So if I want to lower this section, it's $430 it looks like, or $250 for these just to lower the section. I'm not sure why these are more expensive, maybe because it's near the road. Or we can raise tiles if we want to kind of level the terrain, but it costs money to do it. And it looks like we can plant trees as well. That's kind of cool. Let's plant a tree right between here. There's not going to be any buildings or roads. Letting me do it. Oh, I didn't select a tree. Maybe I need to unlock it. Or I can't build it there. Yeah, I'm not sure. Or it did plant a tree and I just don't know. We'll find out. And the last one is decorations. What do we have here? We've got tanks, pumps, valves, and pumpkins. So I guess we'll get to that later. I think that's all for aesthetics. And then what else? We've got the menu here to look at object information. I'm not sure what that is. Is that? Yeah, okay. So clicking on this, now when I mouse over things, I get a lot more details about the buildings underneath. Okay. And then the last one is the bulldoze. We saw that as I was building the roads here. And then if we look over to the bottom right hand of the screen, we've got our tech tree. So right now it's saying, hey, you need to build a lab. We'll get to that probably next episode, but let's open the tech tree anyway. And you can see we start out the game with a bunch of things kind of already researched. So it's kind of interesting, but this is what's allowed us to even build the mines initially is having all this research done, these ones with the green check marks. And then there's a whole bunch up here to do. And these are, most of these I think are trees. Let's see, is there a way to, I thought there was a way to scroll this. Oh, I guess as you click, yeah, as you click these, you kind of start moving to the right. And as I click the items on the left, I start moving more towards the left. Does that make sense? So it doesn't look like you can really scroll this tree, but as you proceed through it, you'll get further and further left. So here we are, research development, and then we can pick one of these. All these have been done, so we'll look at manufacturing. Once we've researched manufacturing, which is going to take 45 days and $83,000 and a research lab, then that's going to open up iron smelting, wood processing, and manufacturing. And we will see all of this. I just kind of want to get you familiar with the GUI. Then we've got the game speed controls. Pause, pretty straightforward, and 3 different speeds: slow, medium, and fast. And then I don't think you can click on the date, but this just lets you know what month you're in and what year in game you're in. So cool. Let's wrap this first episode here. We just took a walk through the GUI, got our initial game set up. We walked through the tutorial. We have an enormous fleet of 1 vehicle that's currently delivering coal to Haver, one of our towns. We've got 3 towns on this map that are very close together, at least from the first map I played. They were pretty far apart. So these are close together. We've got 1 more town that's accessible to us. Down here, I guess we'd call that the southeast. If we keep oriented this way, but we can rotate the map any way we want. So yeah, we're off to a decent start. Next episode, we will expand our fleet. We'll talk maybe a little bit more about the research and building a lab, and decide, talk a little bit about when we might want to do that, if we want to jump on that right away or raise some cash ahead of time. But we'll leave that for next episode. Hope you enjoyed this one. If you do, make sure you check out the rest of this Let's Play series. Yeah, and if you like it, consider giving it a thumbs up. That helps my tiny channel grow. But for now, this is Glidercat signing off, saying I will see you in the next episode.